think Garry will be attacking, I think. But she's a very...
Women's World Championship this year. And in a CBSA qualifier, might be in the pipeline. Now then, swift as possible.
Yeah, open format, I think, Phil. And he naturally plays that way anyway, doesn't he? Garry scores so heavy. I enjoyed his first match against Ma, so I'm expecting it to be another better performance, really, into.
And let's not forget what happened yesterday, the top seed in...
When you draw your first match, so that's why that last frame of Garry's first match against Ma was so important to the shape of the group for the rest of the day. Possibly now he'll be looking to kick on in the group. And there's definitely a little bedding in process for the players to get used to them. They're really nice and fast. So it's just a case of getting used to them, really. The cue ball's on an elastic band type thing. But once the players do get a feel for it, you know, and Garry showed that earlier on.
We've seen those, but not here. That's not the case. It's just the playing conditions being conducive to shot making.
Dead weight red here, containing safety. She's done well.
Well, it's really nice to see you, Rod. And it's also really nice to...
You know, and I suppose most of the players my age will say the same. They don't enjoy the daily practice and the slog, but the actual competition, how can you ever to stick with Garry, I think.
Just asking about yourself. I think I know the answer, but what would be the career highlight if you just got to pick one?
Well, it's a hard one, that, really. I'm proud to have played in a final against John Higgins and beat people like Stephen Hendry along the way. He was arguably the greatest player ever. I don't know, really, Phil. Looking back, and I was the British under-19 champion. That was a highlight. But I suppose winning a ranking tournament, I beat Marco Fu in the final of a PTC event. I still class it as a full ranking event. We played for ranking points, you know, and that was a big victory in my career. So I would say that one, really, Phil.
Wilson played that one with bundles of side, and was your run to the latter stages of the German Masters at the Tempodrome.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable experience to play at a full Tempodrome against a younger Judd Trump. I think there was a capacity crowd, 2,500, which I think is the biggest crowd we were playing in front of. I know the Hong Kong tournament now has around about 9,000 people in the live audience.
Last.
Yeah, no, he's very good, isn't he? A nice friendly cannon on the blue as well, Phil, so he's got a good chance to go 1-1 against Ricky there. Good years, and so we're glad that there's a couple of tournaments back on in China as well, and we just need to keep growing the tour, really, and get the tour back to where it was before, pre-COVID, really. But no, it was really nice to see Luca perform to the level he did, and the manner in which he won it was, you know, really good to see.
I think in many respects Lucabrecel and Garry Wilson are quite similar. When they play their best stuff, they can be inspirational, and Wilson, of course, showed that by winning the Scottish Open last season.
From 15, it's an important tournament, very important. And then for players like Mink, you know, it's important for different reasons, isn't it? You know, so that's the beauty about this tournament. It means so much to different players, and different players are looking for different things out of it.
The one thing we can say for sure, he will not allow this match to be bogged down. I mentioned this when he was in the commentary box with us, Garry, that I think one of his problems over the years has been that he becomes frustrated when things aren't going well or he's not playing well, because he knows just how good he is.
Yeah, he's such a flow player, isn't he? That, you know, when he's involved in the more dogged finishes to matches and stuff like that, you know, that's obviously players like Garry and Luca and people like that, Judd, you know, but they're still brilliant at that because they've learned to become good at it. So I'm sure Garry's you know, dealing with that much better than he's ever done. You're not winning the likes of the Scottish Open unless you really are improving in that department. And you can see, you know, he's you know, got a great temperament for the game, that's for sure.
Slightly short where he wanted to be on the ping because he hit the last red a little too thick, but position immediately regained.
And the first frames took a flow that we thought it might, Phil, which is an open scoring frame.
First objective achieved for Wilson, winning the opener. I think he would like to win this match comfortably, not just for points reasons, but also for confidence reasons going into his last match tonight against Astley.
Yeah, that's going to be a battle of the Newcastle fans, isn't it, Phil? And also two northeast guys, you know, so that'll be really looking forward to that match.
Yeah, I said that yesterday to him. It's a northeast battle, but that gives the connotation that one of them is Sunderland, and of course neither of them are.
Yeah, I meant it just as in both Newcastle. Yeah, Geordie battle. But no, this is a nice finish, a nice flowing frame from Garry here, just the start he was looking for.
70.
A break of 82.